could see self-care be having some of us in a chokehold, and I want to try to alleviate some of the pressure that not practicing self-care can have on us as stay-at-home moms. Hey, what's going on? This is Taasha Reneé, and welcome to A Vulnerable Mom. I share content related to motherhood, parenting, self-care, and personal development. Feel free to subscribe if any of my story resonates with you, and just be prepared to grow along with me. Be prepared to grow together. Now enjoy the video. I'm here to do my due diligence to provide you with 10 intentional acts to prioritize your well-being as a stay-at-home mom. Is that the title of this video? We can say that. Yes, I'm putting stay-at-home mom in this title, but even if you work at home, even if you're a mom in general, it can be hard to find a time or find a way to prioritize well-being. So I don't want you to feel like because you see stay-at-home mom that it doesn't apply to you. You birth children, you're raising children, you're taking care of children. These acts are supposed to help you to take care of yourself in the process, okay? That's what this video is all about, and I'm going to give you 10 tips on how to do that. First thing is to create a daily routine that involves acts of self-care. So whether that's exercising, meditating, journaling, you want to create a daily routine that's going to involve the acts of self-care that you want to start doing. My daily routine starts at 5:30 in the morning, okay? I personally have to wake up at 5:30 because it is not a great feeling at all waking up at the same time as my kids. If I don't do that, I am miserable because we both wake up at the same time, and then I'm mad because I didn't get a chance to take care of myself. So the first thing, like I said, is to create a daily routine that includes acts of self-care. So if you want to read more, right? If you want to try to meditate daily, if you want to stretch your body, routines are everything. So number 2 will be set boundaries with your family members and clearly explain your self-care needs to them. Closed mouths don't get fed. A lot of times we get so frustrated, and when I talk, right, I want y'all to know that everything that I'm talking about is because I'm speaking from experience. I know what it's like to feel like, bruh, I cannot take care of myself because nobody is understanding that I need a break. Nobody is understanding what it takes to be a mom and have this weight on your shoulder. You have to set clear boundaries and be able to let these people know what you need and how you need it, okay? They can't read your mind. You can't expect people to just come and save you, right? You have to be your own savior. Because when you take care of yourself, you can better take care of your family. So in order for it to be a trickle effect, if you can actually be vocal about the things that you need, just know that it's a win-win, because I'm trying to take care of myself so I can better take care of you. Everybody wants a happy, healthy mom that takes care of themselves or takes care of the home and takes care of the family. You have to be taken care of. So being able to set those boundaries and being able to say, this is what I need in this moment, you have to speak up and say something. Number 3 would be to join a parent group, somewhere where you can share or ask for self-care tips or topics or any kind of resource that you might be looking for. Join a group. You don't want to do any of this shit alone. If you are part of like a community, or if you're part of a group, it will be received a lot better because you'll find yourself not alone, and you'll find ways for people to understand what you're going through. And I'm going to plug myself really quick. If you are not part of my A Vulnerable Mom Facebook community, I encourage you to join for any moms that are looking for support. So I'm going to leave the link for my A Vulnerable Mom community in the description below, and feel free to join my community if you're looking for a new home. Number 4 would be to hire a babysitter or to ask a family member to help for like a few hours out the week so you can have some self-care time. That might be a reach by saying hire a babysitter or ask a family member for help. If you have the support, use it. Being here in Florida, I don't have any family here outside of my sister. I had to force myself, like find different avenues for me to be able to have help. So outside of my husband, I don't have any help with my kids. So I use places like care.com. Mind you, none of these shit is sponsored. These are just tools that I've used. So I've used care.com and I found a babysitter, and whenever I know that like maybe I need to film a YouTube video, or maybe I want to have some time to go and get a massage or go for a walk or something like that, I'll just hit up the babysitter and be like, hey, can you come over for a few hours this day because I need a break to myself. You can even like do a babysitting swap with another mom. Maybe you can help a mom and then they can help you. If desperate times call for desperate measures, like if you really want the help, there are resources out there. Number 5 would be to practice mindfulness. So this all goes about like self-regulation and how you controlling your emotions when things might be getting overwhelmed, right? So I know that I have a shit ton of laundry to deal with. I know that I didn't even cook dinner yet. I have to help my kids with homework, or I have dishes to do, and I have all of this stuff. Like there's so much that goes on in our day-to-day basis that it just seems so monotonous, and it's like it's never ending, right? So how do you navigate and how do you take time for yourself to be present in the moment, to realize like everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. Fuck the laundry, right? Fuck it. Because right now what's more important is you, how you're feeling. So right now I'm feeling overwhelmed because I don't know what to do next. These kids are screaming at me. I'm being frustrated. Like I'm just being pulled in so many different directions. Breathe. Just breathe. Everything's gonna be okay. And even if you need to cry, just cry. Because I feel like even if you're crying for happy reasons, or if you're crying because you're frustrated or overwhelmed, sometimes you just need to release. Sometimes you just need to release it. It's needed and it's necessary. So don't worry, we're all going through this shit together, okay? And I'm just trying to help you just as much as I'm trying to help myself, okay? Really and truly, just take a deep breath. Another thing that you can do to prioritize your well-being as a stay-at-home mom, number 6 would be to create a weekly meal plan, right? And I'm telling you this, but I'm also talking to myself, because this is something that I know that I need to do better at. That way you don't have to try to figure out what are we doing or what are we eating. Ease the frustration by planning ahead. Have them involved in the things that you're doing, and it's not like, okay, y'all sit down and do something because y'all see me trying to make food and you just distracted me, you're not listening, you're not doing all of these things. If you help them and have them help you, I feel like it'll create more of like a fun environment. You want to make fun out of it. Create a weekly meal plan and have your kids help you. And if you plan it out ahead of time, you're not rushing to make dinner or you're not rushing to make lunch, and then you can take your time and incorporate your kids into the routine process. Being in the kitchen is not my favorite thing to do. My kids could probably cook better than me because they're always in the kitchen with Eddie. Number 7 would be to take breaks throughout the day. We be moving and grooving and hustling and bustling and doing all the most that we don't take time to take a break. And it's not just like what I said when it comes to like practicing taking a breath, because usually when you want to focus on your breath, you're probably already overwhelmed. But if you are focused on taking breaks throughout the day, even in your calendar, if you set up your calendar to the point where it's like every day at noon you're taking a break for 15 minutes, and it doesn't have to be like no crazy elaborate break or anything, just turn on some music and just like dance and get some of that energy out, something that you enjoy. Just like take a break, just take a break. Number 8, we're almost done. Join a local gym or a fitness class, and I promise you, when you move your body, your mind is a lot clearer. You can join a local gym or a fitness class for like social interaction, and I feel like a lot of times, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, you're interacting only with your kids, right? A lot of times we don't know how to interact with adults. I know for me, I don't know how to interact with adults. I need to expose myself and put myself in situations where I am able to interact with other people. Going outside for a walk, going to the park, but like moving your body, getting some exercise, that is the most, if that's not the best self-care, I don't know what else to tell you. Number 9 would be to attend a parenting class or read parenting books. That goes without saying. Like the more you read on parenting, the more you learn about parenting, the more you can be a better parent. And a lot of times we were not equipped with the tools, especially from our parents or their parents' parents. We're just learning from what they passed down, and a lot of times we have all of this internal trauma or all of these things that we learn from them that we don't necessarily know how to navigate our own emotions. We don't necessarily know how to communicate properly. We don't necessarily know how to set these boundaries. And in order for us to be able to practice all of these things is to utilize a lot of resources, or to read more, or to learn more. That way we can like implement that and help the next generation. Because the more we help ourselves, the more that we learn for ourselves, the more that we can help our kids to be able to like navigate that as well. I do have a list of like a few of my favorite parenting books in my Amazon store, so I'm gonna link that below so you can see all of the books that I've read when it comes to parenting. A lot of times we don't feel confident as parents. Sometimes we feel like we're failing them. Sometimes we feel like we're failing ourselves. So the more that we research, the more that we educate ourselves, the more confident that we feel that we can navigate throughout the day. Because sometimes, like, you might have your kids yelling at you and then you're yelling back at them, and then you just get into a power struggle because you don't know how to handle those tantrums. You don't know how to handle these power struggles. So that's just making you overwhelmed, and now you just want to flip a shit because you don't know how to navigate your own emotions. So how are you going to help them? And the last thing I'm going to share when it comes to an intentional act for prioritizing your well-being is to schedule regular date nights with your partner. The foundation is what grows the roots. You did not make these kids by yourself. And granted, if you are not a single parent, right, or if you have help in the household, y'all over here raising these kids, find some time for you guys to figure out how you guys got together in the first place. Find your way back to each other. And that's scheduling date nights. You'll be able to ask for what you need because you guys are taking time to nurture each other and to nurture the relationship. So the more that you communicate, the more that you guys are like working on the same team, because our relationship, y'all on the same team, man. Like, y'all, sometimes people be butting heads, but it's like at the end of the day, we're on the same team. We should be working for the same mission, the same goal. And the more that we understand that, the more that we find our way back to the way that the relationship started in the first place, the easier it is to navigate and say, you know what, baby, thank you so much for helping me with the kids today, but right now I need to go and go outside for a walk because I need a break. Or, you know what, I got the kids right now, like, you can go outside and just have some time for yourself. Like, it's really a balance, and we need to be able to communicate with each other and take that time to be present for one another, because really and truly, we're all we got. Parenting is not easy. Doing this life is not easy. Trying to navigate being a better parent or being a better human or being a better individual, like, all of this shit is not easy, and we need each other more than we know. From the bottom of my heart, I hope these tips were able to help you, because at the end of the day, self-care is so important, and people be thinking that self-care comes with getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting a massage and a pedicure and all of those things. And yeah, those things can be good for the time being, but at the end of the day, what are you doing to fill your cup up? Let me know which one was your favorite. Let me know which one you needed to hear the most. I can't hold your hand and make you take care of yourself. You have to make that decision for yourself and say, you know what, I am fed up with the way that I'm living, and I'm fed up with feeling like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm fed up with feeling overwhelmed. I'm fed up with feeling like I don't know if I'm coming or if I'm going. You have to stop and realize, like, you know what can I control? What can I let go of? What can I delegate? What can I ask for help? What can I do right now in this moment to be present? We put in too much on our plate. Take some of that shit off. And I hope that by me sharing these tips and tools, that is allowing you to take some things off of your plate. I love y'all the real way. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.